This is the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Top flight competition between teams from Houston-area high schools.
Gentlemen.
The Alabama.
Now, here's the man with the questions, Chip Field.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge, our 8th annual tournament. We started the tournament with 88 high school teams. Now we're down to the top 32. And welcome to Humble High School and Elkins High School in this match. Players, you'll be hearing a number of sounds throughout the course of today's show. This sound to indicate correct response. This sound if your answer is incorrect. And this tone at the end of each quarter. Good luck to both schools. The warm-up round is upon us. Here's your first question. It's worth 5 points. Authors sometimes include a brief inscription at the beginning of a book that states the work was written in honor of a friend or a relative. Such an inscription is called...
Elkins, Shannon.
Dedication.
Dedication is right, and that's a good start for Elkins. I have a 10-pointer. What Midwestern city did Commodore Vanderbilt extend the New York Central Railroad to in the 1880s?
Elkins, Wilson.
Chicago.
That's the one, Wilson. Chicago is correct. For 5 points, what Detroit Tiger set more records than anyone in Major League Baseball history?
Elkins, Michael.
Hank Greenfield.
The question goes to Humble. Winfield didn't play for the Tigers. That was the immortal Ty Cobb. No score. I have a 10-pointer. In addition to the color-based racial strife in South Africa, the black and white communities are often divided amongst themselves as well. The Afrikaners and the Anglos within the white population have long been in conflict with each other. From what nations did...
Elkins, Michael.
The Afrikaners were from the Netherlands and the Anglos were from England.
That is correct. That's what we're going for. 10 more points for Michael and Elkins. Now I have a visual question. So check out your monitor here in the Channel 2 studios and tell me what astronomical event is pictured here.
Humble, Brian.
Shoemaker-Levy comet striking Jupiter.
Is right for 5 points. Comet Shoemaker-Levy. And Humble on the board. Here's a 10-pointer. A scrubby-looking tree exudes resinous globs when its bark is slashed. Arabic traders have marketed this gum resin for millennia. One of the Magi made it his gift to the Christ child in...
Elkins, Steve.
Amber.
In Bethlehem, what is this very expensive...
Humble, Chris.
Frankincense.
That's the commodity. Frankincense is right, Chris. For 5 points, it is estimated that in any given combat mission, 15% of all U.S. deaths can be attributed to friendly fire. With a percentage rate of 24%, what U.S. conflict had the highest percentage of death due to friendly fire?
Elkins, Michael.
The Persian Gulf.
Persian Gulf War is right. For 10 points, identify the error in the following sentence. On Halloween evening, we held a party for the young people in the neighborhood. On Halloween evening, we held a party for the young people in the neighborhood. Identify the error.
Elkins, Wilson.
We held the party in the neighborhood, and it's not for the young people in the neighborhood.
That's not what we're going for, Wilson. Humble.
Brian.
Evening should be eve.
The answer, it's a redundancy. Halloween already contains a form of evening, so you just strike the evening. For 5 points, a museum exhibit in which country casts scorn on native lore by declaring that the nation is not the world's oldest democracy, nor was it founded by alpine peasants who gathered in a meadow in 1291 to...
Humble, Andy.
Switzerland.
To defy the mighty Habsburgs. Switzerland is right. For 5 points, I have a music question worth 10. Identify the following movement as a fugue from the Baroque era, a minuet from the classical era, a scherzo from the Romantic era, or a fantasia from the modern era.
Elkins, Wilson.
That's a minuet from the classical era.
By Franz Joseph Haydn. That is correct. For 5 points. Until recently, India shipped some 150 million of these creatures every year to France for the restaurant trade.
Elkins Michael.
Cow. I'll go on for humble. However, that resulted in an explosion of malaria-carrying mosquitoes back in India, so the export stopped. Name this mosquito-loving amphibian considered a delicacy in France.
Humble Chris.
What is a frog?
Yes, for 5 points. And he remembered to phrase it in the form of a question. All right, for 10 points, what actress, star of such films as All About Eve, The Little Foxes,
Elkins Shannon.
Betty Davis.
The Little Foxes, and Danger, known for a striking good look, distinctive voice, strong opinions, and extravagant cigarette smoking. For 10 points, it boasts no crime, no drugs, and full employment, all brought about by a government which advocates soft authoritarianism. Name this former British colony at the tip of the Malay Peninsula.
Elkins Wilson.
Singapore?
Singapore is right. Well, almost no crime. For 10 points, what's the language of instruction at the National University of Singapore?
Elkins Wilson.
English.
English is right. I have another visual question. This is a 5-pointer. Who's the all-time greatest player in baseball history? Some would vote for this.
Elkins Michael.
Ty Cobb.
2 appearances for Ty Cobb in
Okay,
this
I think I
game
hear it.
is right for 5 points. They weren't going to miss it the second time. For 5 points, President Nixon was well known for a pose in which he raised both arms in the air and made a V sign with his hands. What did the pose represent?
Elkins Michael.
Victory?
Victory. Right. There's the tone. We're out of time in the warm-up round. We'll take a breather and return with the bonus round momentarily. We're glad you stayed with us. The score at the start of the second period in this Texaco Star Academic Challenge match is, as you see, 25 for Humble, 80 for Elkins. Now we will meet the contestants on today's program. We'll start with Humble High School and meet Captain Brian Rice, a senior, a National Merit semifinalist, president of the Math and Science Club. Next to him, we welcome Andy Kent, a junior. He is varsity football manager. Then Bethany Weir, a senior, president of the Latin Club and a National Merit semifinalist. And Chris Edwards, a sophomore, National Latin champion, madrigal singers, and top 10 region baritone for the second year in a row. Their alternates, Sean Pride and Ken Parker, coaches Yvonne Santani and Gene Hopkins. That's the team from Humble. Their opponents from the Fort Bend ISD Elkins High School, which has achieved the highest score so far in the previous rounds held at Town and Country Mall, 365 points. The captain is Michael Lindsay, a senior. This is his third year on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. He's a National Merit semifinalist, president of the English Honor Society, and hopes to attend Rice University. Next is Wilson Lamb, a senior. This is his third year on our show, president of the National Honor Society, vice president of the band, where he plays clarinet, and president of Mu Alpha Theta, the math honorary. We turn next to Shannon Wright, a senior. Her third year on the program. She's a National Merit semifinalist, editor of the school paper, and plays varsity soccer. And Steve Robertson, a 3-year graduate, National Merit semifinalist, plays trombone in the marching band, member of the Science Club and of Mu Alpha Theta. Their alternates are Jay Gann and Zach Herman. Their coach, Paula J. and Judy Bradley. That's the team from Elkins High School. I'm proud to introduce the judges for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. They are Professor Tom Hudson, Department of Physics, University of Houston, and Mr. Mike Mastandria, President of Score Unlimited. Their decisions are final. Now, players, let's get into the bonus round. You know how it works, so we will begin with this, a 10-point toss-up. The latest installment in the U.S. Postal Service's Legends of American Music series features artists such as Bessie Smith, Robert Johnson, and Billie Holiday, representing which?
Elkins Michael.
Jazz era?
Which specific genre of music? Humble.
Humble Brian.
50s rock and roll.
On the right track, Michael. Blues is what we needed. For 10 points, this 1962 book by Betty Friedan is credited with
Elkins Shannon.
The feminine mystique.
started the women's part. That is correct. So Shannon will be joined by teammates Steve, Wilson, and Michael, the Elkins Brain Trust, on this next in line bonus. For 5 points, graduates going up the honor scale know that it's cum laude, magna cum laude, and... so this is their bonus, Bethany.
Summa cum laude.
Yes. You're on your way. For 10 points, hexagon follows pentagon, and what follows quintuplets?
Hextuplet. Sextuplet.
The question goes to Humble.
Sextuplets.
It is sextuplets or sextuplets, right. So 5 points for Elkins, 10 for Humble. We have a 10-point toss-up for both schools. What does a comet's tail reveal about the direction of the comet's flight?
Elkins Michael.
If the tail is in the opposite direction of the flight, or the tail point away from the sun, the tail will always point away from the sun because the solar winds will push it back.
No, that's not it. Humble. What does a comet's tail reveal about the direction of the comet's flight? It reveals nothing about the direction of a comet's flight. The solar wind does push the comet's tail away from the sun, as Michael was getting at, regardless of which direction the comet is going. Let's try a 10-point music question. Which member of the woodwind family is featured in this next selection?
Elkins Wilson.
The oboe.
Not the oboe.
Humble Chris.
Bassoon.
No, that's the English horn, an octave lower than that oboe. For 10 points, the idea of a sabbatical originally came from which cultural source?
Humble Brian.
Jewish.
Hebrews or Mosaic law, Jewish is acceptable. So Brian, Andy, Bethany, and Chris from Humble, here is your O.J. Simpson bonus. For 5 points, Gil Garcetti decided not to seek the death penalty in the O.J. Simpson murder trial. Garcetti holds what post in Los Angeles?
District Attorney.
District Attorney.
That is correct. For 10 points, lawyers for O.J. Simpson claimed that the police officer who found this item has a history of racism and might have planted it at the Simpson estate. Name this controversial item.
A blooded glove.
The bloody glove, yes. For 15 points, O.J. Simpson first achieved national recognition as a football star for what university, his alma mater?
UCLA.
UCLA.
Not that one. We turn to Elkins.
USC.
University of Southern California is right. So 15 points apiece on that bonus. I have a 5-point toss-up. What is the general name for large crustaceans of the genus Homarus, having 5 pairs of legs with the first pair modified into large claws?
Humble Andy.
Lobsters.
That's the lobster, right. And Humble continues its mastery of the bonus round. Divine Comedy for you. Name these characters from Dante's masterpiece. For 5 points, the ferryman.
Karen.
Chiron.
Pronunciation.
Charon is right. For 10 points, Dante's beloved who is transformed into an angel.
Pass.
Okay, can you take it, Elkins?
Beatrice.
Beatrice is right. So, that's a net 5 anyway for Elkins. Here is a toss-up for 5 points. To the number of Romans under a centurion's command, add a baker's dozen and subtract the number of people in the O.J. Simpson jury.
Elkins Michael.
101.
Very quick, Michael. Good for 5 points. Your bonus, Elkins, is B in history. Answers start with B. For 5 points, during the siege of Mafeking in South Africa in 1900, what name did Colonel Robert Baden-Powell give to the town schoolboys he used as runners to communicate with his soldiers?
Bellboys.
Humble.
Boy Scouts.
Robert Baden-Powell was the founder of the Boy Scouts, and that's the answer, right. And that's the sound bringing us to the close of the first half. Players, when we come back, you will be considering these categories for today's 60 seconds round. They are German, geography, grammar, and the mystery category. Stay with us, won't you? Welcome back. Our halftime score is 75 for Humble, 125 for Elkins. Questions used on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are provided by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Now for 60 seconds. Players, you select a category. We'll give you 1 minute to answer as many 10-pointers as you can. When time is up, that's it. The second team may take a shot at any questions the first team misses. If you run the category, we'll give you a 20-point bonus. Brian and company, Humble, what do you have?
Geography.
They're going for geography. For Humble, start the clock. Here we go. The Philippine capital is located on what bay?
Luzon.
West Point is located in what river valley?
Pass.
Nearest which continent is New Guinea?
Australia.
Right. On what continent will you find the intersection of 20 degrees north latitude and 20 degrees east longitude?
Europe.
What route number is the Pacific Coast Highway?
66.
Hamilton, Rochester, and Kingston are ports on which Great Lake? Hamilton, Rochester, and Kingston.
Superior.
Which South American country is a member of the United Kingdom Commonwealth?
Venezuela.
Which state lies entirely in the Appalachian Mountains? And didn't have time to complete that one. Okay, we have a possible 70 points for you, Elkins, on the leftovers in geography. The Philippine capital is located on what bay?
The Manila Bay.
Manila Bay is right. West Point is located in what river valley?
The Hudson River Valley.
Hudson, yes. On what continent would you find the intersection of 20 degrees north latitude, 20 degrees east longitude?
Asia.
Oh, no, that's Africa. What route number is the Pacific Coast Highway?
42.
Oh, it's Route 1. Hamilton, Rochester, and Kingston are ports on which Great Lake?
Erie.
Ontario. Which South American country is a member of the United Kingdom Commonwealth?
Suriname.
No, that's in the Dutch system. Guyana is the answer, and which state lies entirely in the Appalachian Mountains?
West Virginia.
West Virginia is right. That does it for geography. Elkins, you're in the catbird seat. You not only have the lead, but it's your turn up to bat.
All right. We will take grammar, please.
They want grammar. Grammar for Elkins. Start the clock. Here we go. What punctuation mark is used to separate items in a series and is the most commonly used?
Comma.
What error is illustrated in this sentence? It is impossible to in any way remove them.
Split infinitive.
What is the present tense plural of be? B-E.
R.
What is the positive form of the superlative adjective furthest?
Far.
What is the term for the three words used to signal the presence of a noun?
Person, place, thing.
Express he sews in the present perfect tense.
He is sewing.
Stories with the omniscient point of view are always written in what person?
Third person.
What punctuation mark would be used to separate the parts of a compound sentence? With
Semicolon.
What is the third person feminine objective singular pronoun?
She.
The first word in this country in Western Lyric. Time runs out. Mike Mastandria, how many did they get?
60 points.
60 points for Elkins on grammar. Humble, a possible 40 for you. What is the term for the three words used to signal the presence of a noun?
Article.
Article is right. Express he sews in the present perfect tense.
He has sown.
He has sewn, yes. What is the third person feminine objective singular pronoun?
Her.
Her. And the first word in this country in Western Lyric, well, we ran out of time. Can't finish the question for you. Do you want to hazard a guess?
Your answer?
Nothing.
Is what part of speech? Well, she got the gold mine, but I got the shaft. Well is an interjection. That's the answer. And that's all we have time for in the 60 seconds round. We will take a break and return for Stump the Expert. score, 115 for Humble, 215 for Elkins. We'll have a series of rapid-fire Stump the Expert-style questions until time runs out. And we begin the round with a 15-point visual question. Identify the facial feature seen here.
Humble, Bethany.
Van Dyke beard.
That is correct. Name for the artist who painted it. I have a 15-pointer. Phosphates are an essential part of the human diet and are necessary for good health. What pair of organs regulate?
Elkins, Michael.
Liver and a kidney.
What pair of organs regulate the body's level of phosphates? Humble.
Humble, Andy.
Just the kidneys?
Just the kidneys, right. That's the pair of organs. For 20 points, spell the possessive plural of attorney at law.
Humble, Chris.
ATTOURNEYS_AT-LAW.
Elkins,
Shannon.
ATTORNEYS_AT-LAW.
close. ATTORNEYS-AT-LAW''S. 15-point math question. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. It's a 2-digit odd number. The sum of the digits is 11. The sum of the squares of the digits is 61. What is it? A 2-digit odd number, sum of the digits is 11.
Elkins, Michael.
65.
65 is right. Add 15 points to Elkins, and I have a 20-pointer. Name the scholar and poet who wrote The Difficulties of Euclid's Definitions. His quatrains were made famous by Edward
Humble, Chris.
Nostradamus.
Fitzgerald, who translated them from Persian
Elkins, Michael.
Omar Khayyam.
to English. Omar Khayyam is right for 20 points. I have a music question now worth 15. This waltz was a favorite with President Truman. He frequently sat down at the piano and played it for anyone who would listen. Here's an arrangement for band. Name that tune.
Elkins, Wilson.
The mazurka.
Humble. Listen to this. That's the Missouri Waltz. No score. For 15 points, this doctrine, elucidated in 1919 by Justice Holmes, has become a primary test of the limits to the...
Elkins, Wilson.
The clear and present danger test.
Is right. Well done, Wilson. I have another 15-pointer. Name any two of the three broad categories of insurance in the United States.
Humble, Andy.
Automobile and home or house insurance.
Question goes to Elkins.
Elkins, Shannon.
Life and fire.
Life, health, and property and casualty are the three broad categories. No score. I have a 20-pointer offered by the Mathematics Institute of the University of Göttingen. It's due to be withdrawn on 13 September 2007 if it has not been won by then. We're talking about the prize for the solution of what?
2-minute warning. Humble, Brian.
Fermat's theorem.
Fermat's last theorem is right. Give that man 20 points. I have a 20-point art question. Painting with great detail, but without becoming tedious, his pictures express a haughty loneliness. This feeling is achieved with no hint of morbidity. Identify the artist who painted The Mill.
Elkins, Michael.
Rembrandt.
Not Rembrandt. Humble. That's by Andrew Wyeth. No score. For 20 points. 28 never-before exhibited watercolors are being presented at a Missouri museum for a 2-month period. These watercolors, entitled The Canyon Suite, were painted between 1916 and 1918 by what artist when she taught in Canyon, Texas?
Elkins, Michael.
Mary Cassatt.
Not that one. Humble.
Humble, Brian.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Georgia O'Keeffe. Excellent. I have a 15-pointer. Thomas Hunt Morgan is best known for his genetic research involving the fruit fly. What species has been the life's work of Jane Goodall?
Humble, Bethany.
Chimpanzees.
Chimpanzee, yes. Another 15-pointer. What one word is common to each of the following three descriptions? Multiplicative inverse of the period, speed of light divided by the wavelength, angular velocity divided by 2 pi.
Elkins, Steve.
Frequency.
Frequency is right. I have a 15-pointer. Rain that falls at a rate greater than 3/10 of an inch per hour is classified as heavy. Rain up to 1/10 inch per hour is light. What 5-letter term classifies rainfall that is too small to be measured?
Humboldt, Andy.
Trace.
Trace, yes. I have a 15-point music question. Listen to this soul classic from Wilson Pickett and name that tune. Didn't have a chance to hear Mustang Sally. We're out of time. That's the end of the match. And the final score is 215 for Humboldt, 280 for Elkins. The winner, Elkins High School. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. On our next show, it'll be Maid Creek and Memorial High School. I'm Chip Beal, your host. Join us then, won't you? So long, everybody.
This morning at 10, it's time to tune out the cartoons and turn on Teens on TV. Forget the superheroes and cuddly animals. Take a funkadelic trip through 90s youth culture with Tiff, E.G., and Teens on TV. Today at 10 on Channel 2. Join us again next Saturday when 2 more Houston-area teams compete on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge.